Today we'll take the journey to Romania, Bucharest, to meet Georgia Mihalcea. She is an entrepreneur with over 10 years of experience in various fields. She embraced open innovation realm as a natural extension of her entrepreneurship side. She is the winner of 2 open innovation challenges, models for sourcing food databases, humanizing the customer digital experience. She is also one of the 2 founders of open innovation collaborative platform, openoid.org, a platform that hosts a prolific community of problem solvers, very passionate and innovative professionals from worldwide, and the winners of many challenges. Her diverse structure led Georgia also toward the cinematography world, performing as a fixer and location manager in TV productions and films. Her passion for writing is reflected also in screenwriting as one of her tools for expression and communication. So let's meet her in person now. When did you start solving problems in open innovation? For how many years and how it happened? How did you discover it?
I started to solve problems in open innovation in 2010 in a very difficult moment with the company that I owned at the time, just because I was looking for new opportunities. It was the time when also the financial and economic crisis hit, and I thought that out there in the world there might be organizations who have problems, and they are looking for solutions, for low-cost solutions, because everybody back then faced bankruptcy, difficult financial situations. The rate of unemployment was very high all over the world. So I thought maybe this crisis came also with some opportunities. And problem solving was already part of my nature as an entrepreneur, so it came very natural to me.
And what open innovation platforms did you engage in for problem solving?
I engaged in InnoCentive.com. I found it while I was browsing on the 𝗀𝗏 for news and for opportunities, and I also used social innovation platforms like Euclid Network, for example, where I submitted a few solutions to some social business challenges, very interesting social business challenges. One of them, for example, was one regarding Naples from Italy, the mob city, and they wanted to turn the Naples into a very prolific social business town, to turn all those problems into opportunities and to solve social problems.
What were the problems you've successfully solved in open innovation? The ones that you've been awarded for by seeker organizations?
Both challenges that I solved were related to the technology side of their business, but they were coming from two totally different industries. One was launched in InnoCentive by a healthcare company, an anonymous one, and they were looking for solutions to match patients suffering from diabetes, to match their medical treatment with their nutrition. And the other one was coming from a banking group, and their challenge was a very daring one, to humanize digital customer experience, to humanize technology.
How did becoming an awarded problem solver in open innovation influence your life? What changed?
Maybe the first relevant change is how it changed me, how it shaped me, as I became more collaborative, more open to inputs, more curious, even more than I was before. But maybe the most relevant one is this video production with and about Open Innovation Award winners. I'm not sure how this new change will happen further, but it's the first very exciting thing that happens in Zen. Meeting all these great minds, these very interesting people and solvers who shape the world little by little with their each of them with their solutions. This is a great privilege.
How many solutions did you architect in open innovation process over the years?
I designed about 30 solutions, more or less. Social challenges, social economic, social business challenges, technological challenges, coming from a variety of industries and business levels. Pharma industry, banking industry, government, NGO and non-governmental institutions. And this experience offered me great insights about how we are standing from the perspective of existing problems and where the world is going to.
What does motivate you to solve open innovation challenges?
First of all, it's about making a difference, the smallest, but to make a difference. The second is that I'm a self-challenger and a challenger myself, and solving challenges, but mostly the potential to win and to compete with hundreds and thousands of maybe even better professionals than I am. That's a huge challenge and journey I'm always in, because you know how they say training with lions make you a much better lion.
You are co-founder of 𝗀𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏, the platform for open innovation. What made you create this platform?
𝗀𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏 is more like a result of many discussions between award-winning problem solvers in open innovation, based on open innovation models' vulnerabilities. But the core idea of OpenAI is that we felt that a lot of value is wasted. For example, in open innovation, one organization award you with your solution, but there are at least 3 or 4 or 5 or maybe even 10 good enough solutions. Maybe not for that organization, but maybe for similar organizations from the same country or from all other countries. So maybe those non-awarded solutions are a match for all the other organizations, and we felt it's a big loss to waste all that value. On the other side, it's difficult for all the solutions to be exposed on openai.org because they are subject of a confidentiality agreement or patent filing. But a good summary, a good executive summary of what are they about, what problems they address. It's a good step forward for that solver to meet his or her seeker, and that solution to come to life and to be implemented further. We made OpenAI together with Martin Paget from the States. Another side effect of open innovation is the way we met on the Solvers group and the way this project came to life without knowing each other, without ever meeting each other, and doing it all virtually online.
How do you feel about open innovation market? Will it evolve? Will the present models survive? Does it have a future? Is it an enough impactful instrument for all sides?
I think a step forward is already happening by the existing of all these open innovation platforms, because organizations started to engage public into the innovation process. Not so many and not as bold as they could, but they started to considering it. And that's a big step forward because in a way there is the potential of designing better solutions for the existing problems and for the future problems. On the other side, the existing models don't value enough, at least that's my feeling and from my experience in the last 5 years, don't value enough the solvers, the human side of this equation. And I don't know if in their actual form they have a chance to evolution, because they're very profit-oriented and they negotiate too much in the seeker's interest and maybe not at all in the solver's interest. So they play a very unbalanced role here. But I think open innovation will evolve and will have a future, and will have more impact once all the solutions we created in the last 5 years since the open innovation bloomed will start to be implemented.
What things can be improved when it comes to open innovation solving?
If you ask me, a person who I value the human side of any system maybe too much, I think their relation and their communication with the solvers, first of all. This is something that definitely needs improvements because it's almost inexistent. And there are top solvers, top performers who came with impressive solutions to very important and big problems of our today world. And at least those solvers should be pushed forward, should be better promoted, should be more valued.
What kind of motivation do you think seekers need in order to engage or even hire awarded solvers to participate in their own winning solution in regards to implementation and development process?
as far as I noticed during the years, especially also with the, through the Open Innovation channel, organizations resist to change very much. No matter what happens, even when the crisis hit, they resist change. They change the message because they realize a change has to happen, but they don't also change their systems, their attitude. So I think that no motivation will solve this problem, but a change of a shift in the mindset. And as we all know, shift in the mindset happen when something happens, usually a crisis. So maybe if they start paying for solution and fail in their implementation, or don't manage to fulfill that solution potential, maybe they'll understand better how important might be to also engage the awarded solver in the process.
How do you think innovation will be done in 10 years from now?
I think if we look of what is happening now with the technology explosion, one scenario is for robots to team up with us, the people, and solve more problems. But in my opinion, there are still many old problems left unsolved, which we can solve, or at least start solving, by using technology and all these robots and machines we are creating. So this is how I see it happening. A mixture, a teaming up between artificial intelligence and human creativity, and engaging the public, more public.
What do you think is the next thing after open innovation?
Implementation. Why are we innovating if we don't implement what we create? I see, for example, in the last years, and it's this hysteria with innovation and open innovation and innovation. Let's innovate. Let's create new things, new products. Okay, it's good. We have to do that. It's part of our evolution. But what about some very old problems we haven't yet answered? Maybe we should use all the most important innovations that happened during the last years to start solving the existing problems faster.
What is your message to human resource people and headhunters?
To start, for the headhunters, my message is to start hunting, because they don't hunt. They look from one organization to another, and they keep taking people from one organization and putting in the other organization, and that's their pool of hunting. Broaden your field and start to really hunt. And for the human resource professionals, maybe it's time to innovate.
What is your message for CEOs and boards of executives in general, or seekers or financiers?
First of all, I think they shouldn't listen so much to the human resource professionals. At least from time to time, they should meet the people they want to hire in the organizations. Just make this sort of random acts of behaving as leaders. Go and meet and communicate more personally with the people in your organization, with the new people you want to engage, and ask your own people to search better for value. broaden your thinking. And maybe another message could be to start learning how to use diverse individuals. For example, problem solvers are very diverse individuals. They learn continuously, they have a passion for learning, but for some reason they are perceived as threats to organizations. And leaders should not fear to hire different people than themselves or smarter than themselves, to start learning how to use this potential.
What is your message to the educational system, to the worldwide universities?
Maybe they should ask students to practice more the theoretical part of things. There are so many problems at the local level, at the regional level, and students should be more aware of these problems in order to better understand what they are learning at school. And to also maybe minimize or diminish the bureaucracy that is happening there, to make more flexible, interesting educational programs, so more people to be able to engage in them, to make their resources more accessible.
What is your message to the leaders of open innovation platforms?
To value more their humanitarians, the problem solvers. Do something more about this community.
What is your message to solvers and to the worldwide talented professionals?
There is always a way out. There are opportunities everywhere. Never stop searching for them, and have the courage to engage in challenges, even in those challenges that might frighten you, because there is a lot of learning there. Don't get scared of wild competitions. In open innovation, solvers know how wild the competitions are, because they make you doubt yourself very much. When you compete with professionals from all over the world, much better professionals than you, or simply different, the intensity of self-doubting is almost unbearable at times. But they don't have to fear that, because it's a very good opportunity of learning, and they should take that journey.
How can people reach you?
People can reach me on my personal website, 𝗀𝗵𝗂𝗆.com, and at my email address, contact@𝗀𝗵𝗂𝗆.com.
Thank you, Georgia, for this interview and for making me part of this project.
Thank you very much, and you're always welcomed.